My name is Mike Ranellis, and I'm going to talk to you today about some options that you have for negotiating away penalties that the IRS has charged you on your tax debt. My experience has shown that penalties can comprise anywhere from 25 all the way up to 80% of your tax balance. So this is a very important topic that you will not want to miss. Now, I know that you do not want to owe money to the IRS. Nobody does. It's a position that nobody wants to be in. Nobody wants to owe money to the IRS. But one of the things that makes it even worse, hands down, is when you get that bill and see that there are a whole bunch of charges in addition to the principal balance, penalties, interest, and an enormous amount of them. It just takes There are more than 150 different tax penalties written into the U.S. tax code. There are two penalties, however, that make up the majority of the penalties the IRS charges. The first of these is a penalty for not filing a tax return. They call it a non-filing penalty. In order to punish people that don't file, the IRS charges 5% of the balance due for each month that you don't file a tax return. Once you do finally file a tax return, the IRS will charge this penalty in arrears. That means that they go all the way back to when you should have filed a tax return. Recognize that this penalty only applies if you owe money. If you're due a refund, there's no late filing penalty. The IRS actually sends you interest on your money. Now, this penalty maxes out at a whopping 25% of your tax due. So keep in mind, this could be a hefty amount. The other common penalty that people face is for not paying your taxes. Yes, that's right. In addition to the tax itself plus the interest, they're also going to charge you for not being able to pay. Now, talk about adding insult to injury, right? I mean, I can't pay the balance, and now you're going to charge me just because I didn't pay. This penalty for not paying your taxes also maxes out at 25%, but the kinder, gentler IRS does give you one break. If you're charged penalties both for not filing and for not paying, the total combination of those two penalties is capped at 25%. But that said, what can actually be done about these penalties? Can anything be done to negotiate them away? Again, you've got two options. If you've never had a tax debt before, or it's been at least 3 years since the last time you had such tax issues, the IRS does provide the opportunity for first-time forgiveness, first-time abatement, as they call it. It's considered a courtesy penalty removal, and it can only apply to one tax period. So if you're filing at Form 1040, that's one tax year. If you are a business that owes payroll taxes, then that's 1 quarter, or for 940s, which are filed annually, that's 940. So 2016 and a Form 1040 would be forgiven if you owe for that, or 1 quarter for a business. So this is pretty easy to get. All you need to do is ask. Seriously, you just need to call it ask. And usually it's an automatic yes. So the other kind of penalty relief, it's a little more complicated. Here, you've got to demonstrate a reasonable cause. You have to show that you actually had a good reason why the IRS should forgive that. So natural disasters are automatic. If you've been involved in California fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, those are natural disasters. Death in the family, illness, COVID, pandemic, proving that you had a legitimate excuse for not filing and paying. It's pretty complicated. And when I write these, it comes in the form of a novel, and I enjoy writing these. I actually find a great thrill out of being able to write this, because it's life that happened to you, right? It's not something that you anticipated or even planned for, and it even is possible because of the fact that we know what we're doing to get all the penalties removed. That's right. Not just one single year or period, but all of them. All of them. All of them. And if you need help with something like this, then definitely give us a call at 916-509-3553, 916-509-3553, or online at sacramentotaxresolution.com. We can help you sort this all out, get it squared away, and make sure that you get your life back on track. So this is Mike Ranellis, the tax guy, once again. signing off. So if you need our help, call us at 916-509-3553 or online at sacramentotaxresolution.com. See you next time.